Kelsey French, a videographer at the Daily Beacon, and we're here at Elkmont Exchange for the semester's first Beacon Brews. Cheers. I'm here with Johnny Miller, the head of operations at Elkmont Exchange. Tell me, what's Elkmont's story?
Sure. So Elkmont began with a couple friends who grew up together here in Knoxville. One of them went off to explore the food world, the other went off to explore the beer world. Came together in Vietnam to open one of the #1 craft breweries there. Did that along with some other friends that they had met along the way. Wanted to come back to Knoxville and pay homage to one of their favorite places in the Smokies, which is Elkmont. So they've opened a brewery and a restaurant named after that, which is Elkmont Exchange. Well, there are a couple things that set us apart, and I'll focus mostly on our processes and our equipment. We have what's called a mash filter. The mash filter, it basically is, I'll make the analogy of a French press as opposed to a pour over coffee process when brewing. Our French press / mash filter just kind of presses the grain. It helps us use 15% less grain, 20% less water, and about 2 hours less time on our brewing process. So efficiencies really sets us apart. It gives us a cleaner beer, faster turnaround on our beers. But then we also have our sour beer program. So we've got 2 40-barrel fooders that we're aging sour beer in, and a barrel program, which will be cranking out soon. The first beer I've offered you guys is the light lager. It's going to be our #1 seller, also our lightest beer. It's a 5% ABV, 100% Pilsner malts, and sauce hops. Very crisp, clean, refreshing beer. Very good for summertime patio drinking. So yeah, that's the first one. So drink it, don't chug it. It's not a shot.
Yeah, that's good.
It is a good beer. So that's going to be like a very approachable craft beer. Obviously it's made here, so it is a craft beer, but it's going to be also something that's recognizable to somebody who likes Bud Light or Miller Lite or something like that. But so we wanted something that was very approachable for anybody who came in. If you brought your grandfather and you wanted a beer, that would be the one I would choose. So the next one is probably going to be the most unique of all 4. It's called our table beer. The table beer is a traditional Belgian style beer. We call it a table beer because it's very low in alcohol, and it's something that we want to be able to sit on the table and to be shared and passed around. We wanted also a very light in alcohol, so it's 3.8% in alcohol, which is very low. We wanted low in alcohol, high in flavor, so we used a wild yeast strain called Brettanomyces, and it's going to give it a little funkiness, a little citrus feel to it, but it's very approachable and also clean, crisp drinking beer. So.
Yeah, what I like about this one is that you can taste the fruit without the beer like overpowering the actual flavor.
We kind of showed off with this and did 10 different grains in this IPA. I would list them for you, but you get bored. And then we just lightly hopped it to give it a little citrus backbone too. So it really highlights the grain. It's called our multi-grain IPA.
Cheers.
So.
What I like about these, like the 3 I've had so far, they're just so smooth.
Yeah, right. Very
smooth. They're like very enjoyable.
The 4th one is going to be our 4th core beer, which is our brown ale. Very roasty. Again, a very clean and approachable beer. Got a light bitterness to it, but you'll get some caramel, some coffee, and roastiness out of this one. I love it. Very, very good representation of the style. So, cheers.
Tastes, kind of coffee-ish.
Yeah, right. Yeah, light roast. Yeah. It's a nice beer.
But there's not coffee in this.
No, there's not. No, so that all comes through from the grain.
Yeah.
All the color in a beer comes out from the malt, and then a lot of the flavor also comes out through the malt, and this is the maltiest of all 4 beers that you've tried. So that's what you're getting.
That's it for this week's Beacon Brews. I had a great time at Elkmont Exchange, and join us next time. See ya.